on a Navaratri journey. So I'm going to take you to a Shakti Peeth here in Vrindavan, which is one of the most potent temples in all of India. There's 52 of them where the energy for the goddess is able to really, really come through both ways. We're able to connect in both ways. So here we go. I'm going to do my best to film along the way, see how it goes. We are truly here to awaken the goddess inside and out. Okay, closing my flat door. This is my society where I live. And we're going to go out into the street and get a rickshaw. That'll be super noisy, but we'll see what happens. Our first stop is going to be at ISKCON to bring roses to Radharani, as she is the Devi who is the mother of this land. ISKCON! ISKCON! Thank you. Taking me the long way. I'm not sure why, because we couldn't understand each other. Might just be because he wanted a longer fare. We'll see. I used to live here. There they are. Okay, there are the flowers. The priests are not here right now, so I'm going to leave them for Radharani Ma. Thank her so much for her blessings as we continue through Vrindavan Dham. Ki Jai. Okay, you have to be thin to get in here today. Here we go. Wow, it's a completely different atmosphere in here. It is so peaceful and so beautiful. I wonder if you can feel it through the camera. It's just you walk through the door and just to be in these grounds, everything changes. It's amazing. Vibration is the reality of existence. I won't be allowed to sit and lead the sadhana here, but you'll still get the darshan and then I'll go somewhere else. This is the samadhi of the great Kriya Master who started this temple. And here are the steps to the goddess. Here's the beautiful Yamuna, the goddess, and I'm going to offer her roses. I'm going to actually throw them a little bit harder than you normally would because I want them to float out and not come right back to shore. Jai Shri Radhe, Jai Shri Ma. I don't know if you can see the water buffalo. They look a little far in the camera. They're going in for a swim to cross the river. Okay, so Now we're going to do some chanting, and we'll keep it fairly simple. First of all, I'd like you to, or invite you to, consider what we were speaking about before about the goddess, how the goddess is the visible and experiential form of divinity. So everything that you can see, experience, emotional, mental, physical, inform and informless experience is an expression of nature, of the goddess, of the Heavenly Mother. She is the vehicle for our consciousness. And even our consciousness is experiential, so she is the consciousness as well. It makes everything so beautiful and so delightful. Even what is difficult to witness has a certain kind of underlying beauty to it when one understands that they are witnessing the goddess. And she gives us free will so that we can become masterful, that we can understand our choices and what they create as, some people call this co-creators, as artistic expressions of divinity. We are all of this. So the more and more you know that you can never be separated from divinity and from the goddess, because that is what you are, the calmer and more effulgent and more radiant, and the more easily you will flow through the evolutions of your experience. The goddess also, the Heavenly Mother, she represents our evolutionary aspect of ourself. There is the self that is permanent, that is beyond birth and death, and then there is absolutely one that is with birth and death, one that goes through those stages and goes through levels of refinement. And when that refinement is completely mastered, that we become masterful, it is actually the world of form that we need to master. It's not formlessness. There's a little bit of a confusion. People reach for this formlessness, feeling if they get the formlessness, they're going to have enlightenment. They will have a very wonderful experience, but it's not enlightenment. Enlightenment is the integration of heaven and earth. Enlightenment is the mastery of the world of form, meaning that you experience it rather than being identified with it or limited by it. So we'll chant to Ma Durga. She's traditionally the goddess in the Vedic tradition that we chant to first, because she is the easiest to access. She creates the doorway between form and formlessness. She is a mother of compassion and love. She's the most earthy of the mothers in the Vedic teachings. And she also is the dispeller of fear and difficulties. So she helps us overcome fear and difficulties. We'll do a very simple mantra. Om Hrim Shrim Durgaye Namaha. Hrim is a bija mantra for the healing and the attracting energy of the mother, so that it's something that is attractive to us, meaning that, it's something beautiful, something that feels like it has something to provide for us, and very much a healing mantra. Shrim is a mantra of cool beauty, and many, many other things, absolute fullness. I'll speak more about that when we get into the goddesses that are more of the Shrim. And Durga, she's the remover of difficulties and the remover of fears. Here we go. Just join in when you're ready. Slowly, we'll repeat the words independently first. Just Om Hrim Shrim Klim Durgaye Namaha. So I added Klim, who is the sound for her daughter Kali. So fierce, we're bringing some fierceness in.